of course, internet decided that it was a good idea not to work. So, here we are again. Hey, good morning, Quentin. Hey, Chili Strumpan. Good morning, Hazuki. As per usual, internet doesn't want to work. 2 days in a row. So here we are. Hey, Diego Robledo. Nice to see you back. So what I'm going to do today is here's one more of these ad. It's a pretty cool idea to like sponsor. Anyway, so I'll be drawing on paper again because on the cell phone internet works, not the office. So we're going with this again. So I guess I'll start now. Tick, tick, tock. Good morning, Bjorn. How's it going? So I wonder, actually maybe draw it like this. Maybe I can even have it higher. Oops. Hey, Hellraiser. Zealin. This works, actually. This works pretty good. Alright. Let's draw a monster. So the idea, my plan was to go back to normal with the roll of the dice topics. But as the internet didn't work, we are here now. Streaming from the phone. Thank you very much, Jacob Mobley, for the host. Much appreciated. Very nice of you. So I'll be just drawing some sort of random comfort zone monster, scary creature. Too many of those scary creatures. But what can you do, right? It's so typical that, of course, internet doesn't want to work when I'm supposed to stream. It was working, and then closer to the stream, it didn't. Hey, Hellraiser, Zealin, welcome, good morning. Hefes bro. Mambo number 5. That was a random thing to say, but yes, I do remember Mambo number 5. So I'm seeing some sort of, I don't know what, cat-like thing. So I'm just going to be drawing some random anatomy. I kind of like this setup. I'm definitely going to do it for Inktober. It works really well. Good morning, Captain Jetlag. Quentin, hosting means, let's say, like, I am streaming now, and yeah, exactly. So what Georg said. So if I stop streaming, like showing my content, but all my followers, so if I host someone, all my followers will be notified like I'm going live or that I'm hosting, and so they will go to my channel and see this other person's stream. So it's like I'm showcasing their channel on my stream. So it's like whoever goes and watches on my stream, they'll see the other artists' stream. So in that way, it's like it's almost like a favor of sorts, I guess. So my idea is I wanna set up hosting on my account as well, um, on people that I appreciate in that way. You know, I just I just don't have that much time for all these little things that I want to have time for. Um, but I'm getting more time now, so that I'm slowly have stuff that I gotta do, and attempting to slowly clear those away. I started updating 30minutewarmup.com with the episodes. I think recently the last episodes what I uploaded was the ones after the first ArtStation challenge with the heroes and villains that I did with the fantasy stuff, and then I think one or two episodes after that. So I'm slowly getting there. Hello, Rip. There bar two shroom. Fantastic. FS bro, yeah, I don't know what I'm drawing. It's becoming very random. Chillstrand, well, I don't really know about do's and don'ts of streaming. I'm doing it my way. Like I sit and talk a lot, rant a lot. Um, Try to have somewhat a topic to talk about. Um, I try not to joke too much. I don't know. For me, sometimes it's just everyone doesn't have the same uh, humor, and on some streams that people joke a lot, and I can't take it. Like the cringe. I gotta stop watching the stream if it's too much cringe stuff. So I'm hoping that, like, for my sanity, that on my streams there's not a lot of cringe happening. But who knows, right? No, I cut my nails short. I don't like long nails. I've never liked long nails. So I cut them. I hate when you tap finger. I hate getting a nail edge, like a distancing the finger. I like to, like, don't want a nail in the way. Vesper, really? You cringe when I say that you gotta follow? Lurib, merging all the layers? It depends. I mean, for me, in a lot of the cases, you gotta. This drawing is just turning out really bad. Super weird drawing. I have no idea what I'm drawing. I would you wouldn't need everything on different layers until you have a solid thing to pursue, right? So, as an example, I'm drawing a painting that, in theory, will be something like portfolio stuff, right? Not now, not now. Now, this drawing on my sketchbook is horrible, but on the computer, right? And I've decided certain things already, and they are on separate layers, like characters standing, a couple of characters standing, and I have them on separate layer, but still very sketchy. But I made the compositional decision that they should be approximate space on the canvas, right? And I have them on separate layers so I can adjust and move them without doing a lot of repainting. And they are still not like rendered out, right? They're still sketchy, but I have them on a separate layer so that as the picture is evolving, I can adjust the composition. So, but before that, I did a lot of just one layer painting to find the composition, right? And then I repainted it a couple of times to find the best thumbnail. And when I had the thumbnail, I started cutting stuff out so that I could enhance the general idea of the thumbnail and tweak the shapes of the characters and so on to limit the amount of repaint that I have to do. But it's all very like early stages and very sketchy, so you can still mold the painting quite a lot. So I would recommend, yes, to merging all the layers depending on where you are in the process. Hey Morphia, Eric, Captain Jetlag, and Mila. Fantastic people. So this drawing makes me cringe in my art nerve. But I'm at this place now. I can't stop. I have to try to save it. If I wasn't streaming, I would just turn the page and let it die. But for the sake of experimentation, let's try to make it interesting. That's funny, Morphia. Thank you very much for the host there, Bart. Much appreciated. I've gotten a lot of response for these this yesterday's pencil stream and my sketchbook stream. So, like I mentioned before, I will do another sketchbook stream on this Sunday. Continue going through the massive pile of sketchbooks, and I really liked. Let's talk together. That's interesting. My phone is ringing. Yeah, sorry about that. Yet again. Yeah, my ringtone is Zelda. My apologies for the very, very loud. Um, Erimir, well, I started. I mean, like, if you go on underneath the stream, there's a link to the YouTube archive. If you go to the YouTube archive and watch the stream that I did recently in the special streams, which is the 1,500 followers stream, I go through sketchbooks and also talk about like what age I started drawing and at what level I started drawing and so on. And and I started like quite late in that sense of really starting the grind of trying to learn art. Sorry about all the noises. My wife is writing to me. She's to get PTSD from Navi. Yeah, I love me some Zelda. Man, this drawing is just horrible. Really, 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 really horrible. But oh well.
Hey, listen!
Okay, internet works. That's great. On my desktop. And Erimir, to go back to the whole idea, like if you really want to get into drawing, get into drawing. It's never too late. I mean, obviously, age can be a difference. Age can be a difference when it comes to staying relevant. You know, like my grandfather, if he would be alive, he wouldn't be cued into like what's popular, right? Because he's a completely different era. I mean, you being 30 something, you're a 80s kid. A lot of people in their 30s are now the ones making decisions in art. They're all mostly in senior positions. So I wouldn't say your age would make any difference other than that you're a little bit behind in time. But you could easily remedy that by just having a passion and learning art and you know, jumping into the grind. There's a lot of information out there, and depending on your life, etc. I mean, I don't know you, so I don't know at all. But usually with age comes wisdom, and in theory, you know, because you're older, you have your things more arranged probably. Most likely you will learn faster. You know, I don't know if you have a higher education, but usually that teaches you to focus in a different way. Either way, even if you don't, doesn't matter. And anyone can learn art. It's just a matter of working smart and efficient and thinking ahead of what you should learn and where your weaknesses are. And you should join the Discord community here. underneath the stream. There's lots of people at different ages, at different stages, and we're all like teaching each other. Aurlaksu. When I started drawing, I mean, I've always been interested in drawing. I've always been the kid that sits and draws a little bit. But I started like going after concept art at when I was 24, and that's I'm 37 now. So that was a long time ago. But I started quite late in that sense. Like at 24, I quit my day job and applied to university and really wanted to like get good at art. But like I showed my sketchbook where at 24 I had like really applied myself to drawings, and they were not very good, you know, in that sense. But they were good enough at that time for the time for me to be able to contribute to the indie scene, even though like big companies didn't want to hire me. At least I was one of the concept artists at the time that had an interest in concept art, right, and not being employed. So I was doing a lot of projects, a lot of mods and indie games, just trying to learn everything. And a lot of the people that had the same mindset at that time, they're all now, you know, most of them are now successful in the industry. A lot of them are, you know, not, you know, like they're pretty good names, like known names out there. And there's all of us just having a passion for it and learning and not giving up and doing that grind and trying to learn. I am solid, thank you very much. But this drawing is horrible. It's really bad, and not at all a good representation of my skill set. But you know, it's warm up. You gotta start drawing and just continue, see where it goes. But thank you, it's very kind of you. But I'm just cringing drawing this drawing and trying to trying to survive. But it's much appreciated. Thank you for the kind words. Hey, Arms. Glad to see you here, man. Captain Jetlag, yeah. But the thing is with, I think, starting late, I think you learn things faster. You understand how to learn with age, I think. Uh, in generally, I mean, obviously, everyone is different, uh, but one thing also with when you're young, you don't have that much responsibilities, and it's easier for you to just go crazy and grind art every day, all day. But that could also be counterproductive, you know, like I've talked about it on many streams where it's really important to take a break and or work efficiently, because we can all sit at the computer or in front of the sketchbook for hours and hours and hours and draw, and that might not be the most efficient way. Maybe the most efficient way would be to work for a couple of hours, like 4 hours, and then walk away, recharge, eat some food, go out for a walk, exercise, and then make sure that when you sit down again for the next chunk of hours, not to go on Facebook, don't do anything else, then just focus in on what you're doing, put on your favorite music, and like disappear into it, right? And then 4 hours pass, you walk away, and I think that way you will be way more efficient, because you're not going to go on Facebook, you're not going to go on Twitter, you're not going to be distracted, because you know, okay, this time chunk, I have eaten, I have gone to the toilet, I have checked Facebook, I have answered email before you sit down on the like work period, and then you just roll up the sleeves and get to it. And that way, for me at least, when I started learning at 24, uh, that really helped me to focus. Um, it was really productive way for me, and that way also I could juggle clients and school, because I could put them into time slots, saying, okay, a client can have 4 hours of my attention today, and then I take a break for an hour, go and buy lunch or dinner, or go for a walk. Then I come back in an hour and sit down for the next 4 hours, and that those 4 hours will be university work. So I make sure that I have set it up for university, and then I sit down, don't do anything else but grind university work, take a break, and in that way you can easily work at night as well, because you haven't been sitting there all day. Um, yeah, exactly, there, Bard. Exactly. So, well, I was gonna say, you can also actually get work later at night, because you've chunked your day up in small uh, pieces of hours, and you've taken breaks, and you're way more efficient. Um, and maybe you start feeling tired after those 8 hours. Take a break, and then you go, okay, I'm just gonna paint for 1 hour, and then you just sit for an hour, sketch a little bit, and then walk away. And I know myself, like knowing, I've like searched myself, like inside myself. What's it called? Reflection over my performance. And when you have to sit at the computer, you have to put in the hours, even though you're not inspired. You have to like grind it, right? And found myself always just better to go away, play some video game, don't sit in the office for like for a day. Just don't sit there and force it out, and then go back when you're recharged and you have a fresh mindset, and the work will be done way more faster, way more faster, way faster, way more efficient, and a lot more accurate than just sitting there going through the motions of the hand, like without caring, or the same energy or the same intensity. Just like, okay, I have to sit here, I have to paint this, I have to do this, and you're just slowly getting less efficient and less accurate, and 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 it's better to just walk away. That's what I found. Captain Jetlag, yeah, definitely. I mean, the day job is a huge time sink when it comes to art, but that shouldn't stop you from doing 2 hours of painting, take a break, and maybe 2 more hours of painting a day. And by just sitting there for 2 hours, I mean, 2 hours sitting and painting will fly. That time will fly, you know. And you can still get a lot of done in 2 hours. I mean, this pencil sketch so far is like 25 minutes. And I could easily walk away from this sketch now and probably have learned something. Don't know what I would learn from this train wreck of a sketch, uh, but you know, then I could draw 3 more drawings in these 2 hours, and I would have done a lot of effort. I would have 4 pages done in my sketchbook. I'd say do that every day, and in a week, that's 4 times 7. That's like 40, almost 40 drawings in a week. 2 shrooms, yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Uh, easily walk away if you're not in the mood. Don't sit and force it out. Go for a walk. Don't sit on the phone. Don't use digital media at all. Just walk away and do something. Clear the mind. I found that walking is a great way to clear the mind, especially if you're frustrated with art. Or go watch a movie, or whatever you do that is fun. Oh man, this drawing, just hate it. Oh well, yeah, of course, dear Bart. I mean, if you're tired from work all day, it's gonna be hard to sit and draw. But maybe you could draw for 1 hour, or half an hour. Just do something, or sketch, or and 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 maybe you shouldn't go and sit down the first thing you do when you get home when you're tired and just wanna have dinner. Maybe it's better to have dinner, a cup of coffee, um, go for a walk or whatever, and then when there's a moment of silence where you feel like, oh man, I would love to paint something right now. That's the time where you should sit down and draw for an hour or so, and not go, okay, it's 6 o'clock, I have to draw now. Especially if it's not like, if you don't have a client, if it's just for you, you could easily shift that around. Or what I found also with the kids is that you agree with your significant other and say, like, listen, would you mind taking them, like on Saturday, go to the park or something with the kids? I would like to spend like a couple of hours of painting. Is that okay? And the significant other says, yeah, of course. Uh, and then you of course have to repay the favor. But in that way, you can get like a hall pass, um, just by planning ahead. So it's not like a surprise for anyone in the family if you have a family. It's also a efficient way of doing things. I do a lot of things at night when everyone is sleeping, and I don't draw when after office hours when everyone is awake. I go away from the sketchbook and computer and everything. I don't draw at all. I don't touch it. I don't think about it. And then when everyone goes to bed, I get excited about drawing and sit down at my office and so on. All right. I'd say the warm up session is over. I have done a roadkill of a sketch. It's absolutely horrible, but what can you do? Some sketches are good, some sketches are bad. I just started off on a bad foot and kept going. And that's what you get for streaming, and that's what you get with warm ups. It's a part of the it's a part of the process. Not every sketch is a home run. And we learn from the mistakes, try to improve for the next time. So hopefully with the internet working, tomorrow I will go back to digital, or depending on if you like seeing traditional drawings, I can keep on doing these traditional warm-ups. It's quite nice as well to not sit at the Cintiq and do a warm-up. So it's up to you guys, I think. That's cool, Eric. Congratulations. All right. Thanks everyone for joining in. And this is the warm up of the day. Have a fantastic day. Good night, and I will see you tomorrow at the same time, 9 GMT. Much appreciated for everyone joining in, and those who haven't clicked follow, you can click follow. You should also join the Discord. It's a great little community. All very friendly people helping each other grow. Join the 2 week challenge on the Discord, which is a fun little challenge. After 2 weeks, you get a paint over from me, and then set the new challenge for the next 2 weeks. So thanks everyone for joining. Have a great day. Good night. Bye.